Hello again, everyone. This is Coach Mike Hoffer for Chess Stars. I'm an undefeated correspondence chess player who loves openings. Because I'm pretty good at openings, endgame isn't needed to be my virtuosity. And we would expect this from a Grandmaster like Eltaj Safarli and even an IM like Orkhan Abdulov. We had an epic match this weekend. First of all, Orkhan knocked off the great Alexander Lenderman. Big surprise, while Eltaj beat Zivia Zoria, so they met in the finals. Now, Orkhan was not initially scheduled to play in this, but because Gadir Husseinov had bad internet in Turkey, Orkhan took his place, had outstanding results, and now it's down to can he fight off Eltaj. Both these guys are very erudite in their opening knowledge, and a lot of bobbing and weaving was done in the preparation. So Eltaj usually likes e4, but he could have played d4. He could have played anything else here. But this being white, he tried to go for the win with e4. I was reluctant to put anything on it. So my purpose here is to explain the dynamics of the contest and also what the players did in the game. But mainly the focus is on the contest so that you guys can understand the way this works. You get to wager 5, 25, or 100 crowns on what choice you think the players will make. And remember, the choose your moves and win, it's the human move, not the computer move. And these guys are fallible human beings, as am I. So a lot of mistakes are made, and often the contests are won by choosing a losing move. But so far, we don't have that. Blaz Kosmac put 100 crowns on e4, got 85 crowns. That did Marian Tudorashe and Victor Mago. So they shared the lead from the start. What will Orkhan do? Well, Orkhan could play all kinds of stuff. He could play the Sicilian, but Orkhan chose to return to king pawn. Of course, Eltaj played knight f3. And now, if Orkhan were to play knight c6, we might have a Ruy Lopez. Eltaj has also played the Joko piano. But Orkhan already cut him off the pass with knight f6. The Russian or Petrov defense has good drawing chances for black, and only Marian Tudorashe put 100 crowns in it. That was a very bold move, as if he knew what was going to happen. I don't think there's any way he could. Because Orkhan's a friend of mine, too. He didn't tell me he was going to do this. 688 crowns. Marian took over the lead. He has 735. Nenad Robula has 465 crowns. Michael Barone, 251. Matsu Leon, 114. And Jashu Yi has 83 crowns. We're 4. The normal manly move here is knight takes e5. Eltaj likes to deviate from the norm quite often so that he can have a narrow repertoire that he can master easier, because there are more possible chess games than atoms in the foreseeable universe. I can't blame Eltaj for what he played. But I'll tell you what I would have done here, and I've done it at the highest level in correspondence chess, and I'm not doing this to brag. I'm just as a piece of information for those who want to be entertained. You take, and then when they play d6, as Orkhan undoubtedly would, and we have the game here where he lost in the European Youth Team Championship 1,000 years ago, back in 2004. What I like to do here, and I love to watch my opponent's eyes when you play the earliest sound piece sacrifice in chess, knight takes f7. If they take any time at all about the recapture here, because we're forking their rook and queen, then we know that they have absolutely no knowledge of this opening. And I even had an opponent, a high-rated opponent, looked up at me and said, "You're booked up on this, ain't you?" You know, what am I supposed to say? And the beautiful thing is, if you understand this one game that I won here, you understand the theory of the opening, and you don't have to really memorize variations, although there is one line that causes more problems after d4. But here's white's plan. Now, why did we sack a piece? What did we get in return? We got 2 pawns, and we have an exposed king. So it's a different of 1 unit because the knight's worth 3. Now, what did we get for that 1 unit? Well, 3 tempos equals a pawn. So we better have 3 tempos. If we don't, Black's going to castle by hand. He's going to try and play bishop e7, rook e8 or f8, and king g8. And if he gets those moves in, which happens to be 3 moves, then our advantage, if we have one, evaporates. So we have to act quickly. I love making sacrifices like this because it makes you make bolder moves and it makes your moves more obvious. You've got to get them doggies rolling. So our plan is to occupy the center, get a trio rolling, and then cut off that king before he can castle by hand. Note, they cannot take the pawn. Bam. And they might even waste time looking at that. They might even be dumb enough to do it. But of course, queen h5 check. What the heck? If they play g6, then you go queen d5. You get the piece back, and white is very alive, and black is busted. So the alternative is to go king e7. And the correct move here. Shut off your computer first. Shut off the video for a second. Take a look. And, all right, we're back. Queen e2 is the only correct move. And then if they try something, because now we get the piece back, obviously. And if they try something like d5, see a nice move here? Bam! Check, give me your queen. He can't recapture because the knight's pinned. So, after d4, my opponent played bishop e7. And now we actually do have to defend the e-pawn, so knight c6. My opponent played c6. Now, computers and books are often give bishop c4 check too early. Now is the time you have to get the check in. This is very crucial. Note that d5 does not work. If they play d5, we take. And if they take back. With the knight. We got, well, it doesn't matter what they take back with. Sorry about that. Pawn takes, knight takes, knight takes. Come on. Knight takes. And again, we have the deadly queen h5 check. And we get the piece, and that's all cool. So, my opponent then played bishop e6. And if you don't know what to do here, you should give up chess, or you should definitely need to work on your middle game skills, because every book on the middle game tells you the kings in the center are a problem. So we take, draw the king into the center, and now we have more we want him. It's important to get this trio rolling now, so f4, bam. Knight d7, castles, and this is a very important move. This rook in f1 participates greatly in cutting the king off from castling. Well, he tried rook e8. And now it's time, e5. Now, what they always have to do in this opening is give the piece back, but they always realize it too late. My opponent took. Pardon me. We capture with the f-pawn, obviously, so the rook can cut off the king. And here he needed to give the piece back. I don't know what he was thinking, but he played knight d5. And now I actually got an award that year for the fastest checkmate in the world, a cash award. That was kind of cool. Because you never get checkmates in a correspondence game. You know, postcards through the mail. For those of you kids who don't know what mail is, I don't know what to tell you. They're doing correspondence on email now even. So, there you have it. I like playing that. But none of that happened. Because Eltaj played d4. And nobody put 100 crowns on d4. Blaz Kosmac put 25 on it, as did Nenad. And they both won 125 crowns. Rain put 100 crowns on knight takes e5, but he still had the lead. 640 to Nenad's 595. Knight takes e4. Bishop d3. Safarli has played d takes e5. d5. And now This is interesting. The normal move here is knight takes e5. Eltaj played d takes e5. For a long time, this variation has remained in the shade. Although white has achieved great results, but today there are no difficulties for black here. The Blaz and Pavlyuchev cleaned up by both putting 100 crowns on d takes e5, so they both won 332. Nenad put 25 crowns on it. He got 83, as did the great Sasha Starr. It's good to see a female doing well in the contest. D takes e5. She won 83 crowns. So Marian Tudorache, 727. Nenad, 705. Blaz, 472. And so on. Bishop e7. Now, I think I put knight c5 in here, but actually bishop e7 is a more precise move order for defense. And Marian Tudorache fell into second place when he put 100 crowns on knight c5. Benjamin Lin, Matze Leon, Novak Pezelli, René Rondon put 25 crowns on bishop e7. They got 126 crowns. Victor Mago put 5 crowns on knight c5. He lost 5 crowns. Marty Hirsch put 25 crowns on c5, lost 25 crowns, and so on. Who cares? The thing is, Nenad is now in the lead, 685. Marian Tudorache, 632. Blaz Kosmac, 532. Matze Leon, 437. And Michael Barone, far behind at 273. I'm nowhere to be seen. And castles. Now, everybody knows knight c5 is coming. So Blaz Kosmac, Michael Hoffer, and Sasha Starr all put 100 crowns on it, and we won 106. Nenad chickened out and only put 25 on it, as did Eddie Barber, Pavlyuchev. They only got 27 crowns. But Nenad still at the lead, 726. Should have put 100 on that one, Nenad. Blaz, 583. Marian, 557. Knight c5. Bishop e2 to preserve the bishop. Castles, bishop e3. And now, knight c6 allows knight c3. c6 is supposed to discourage knight c3. That it did. The best move here is c4. But I think at this point, Eltaj was smelling her out like, oh my god, I'm walking into a prepared variation. So I better do something drastic. Now, Eltaj in the past has played c4. I think he's played knight b2 too. But nobody's ever done this. Except Alexei Shurov of note. I don't know if Eltaj knew of Nenad. I got Nenad in the brain. I don't know if Eltaj knew about Shurov's games, but this move isn't so great unless your opponent has never seen it. And it worked for Eltaj. He was fixing a fanarkle Orkhan, and Orkhan fell for it. Because Orkhan done played f6. Now, I could have played knight a4, which, you know, what does that do? b3, knight back. Has black improved the position? Well, it's better than what Orkhan did. He should have gone queen c7, in my opinion, and then f4, f6. This is Shurov, Alexeyev, Sartov, 2011, and this ended up in a draw, which would have been a win for Orkhan, because Eltaj with the white pieces going for a win, very dangerous, but f6. Now, in my opinion, what do I know, though? White should win from here. Taking is obvious and good. Who put 100 crowns in ef6? Everybody! Blaz Kosmac, Michael Hoffer, Matze Leon, Eddie Barber in Michigan, Sasha Starr in Toronto, Canada, Pavlyuchev and Marian Tudorache, Romanian in Italy, very romantic, and René Rondon. I have no idea where he is, but maybe he's French, maybe he's French-Canadian, who knows. Anyway, we all got 256 crowns. That's pretty good for a move that was obvious. And Blaz has the lead with 939, Matze 875, Marian 868, Nenad 831, and Sasha 46. Bishop takes, and now the obvious good move to make that d pawn very weak. Bam! c4 by Eltaj. Knight e6 is essential and good. Only one person was smart enough to put 100 crowns on knight e6. That was me. Unbelievable. Considering how I'm an openings guy, I like to act like I like to act. Yeah, I'm only acting. I'm an actor. I sometimes know something about the opening, and I totally botched the opening, but now that we're in the middle game, I got this right. Usually I lead these contests in the opening and falter later, so I'm doing it, I'm improving my middle game and end game on these things, hopefully. Nanad put 25 on it. He was chicken again. Nanad, dude, you got to be a little braver, man. Zhao Yi and Benjamin Lin also put 25 crowns. They got 64 crowns, one for each square, but I got 257. I still am not on the leaderboard. Blaz, 1044. He filed his 1044 on that. And let's continue. Eltaj decided that's enough of this. Let's get out of book. C takes d5 is a lousy move anyway. Played by Mazuchuk at Vikings 2010. Eltaj plays the superior move because he is GM. He is strong GM from Azerbaijan. In fact, both these guys are from Baku, so we called this the Battle of Baku. And, well, knight takes d4, pretty obvious. That's why he played knight c6. It's amazing how that happens sometimes. I got 186 crowns by putting 100 on that, and so did Hector Arias of Venezuela. Nanad again, chicken. 25 crowns on knight takes d4. You only got 47. Nanad, what are you doing, man? You're up there in the hunt. That's not the time. You need to be brave at that point. So anyway, leaderboard shows it now is a contest. Oh my God. Blaz in the lead, 1079. Marian Tudorace, 1058. Nanad, 960. Matzi Leon, 899. And whoa, look at that. Michael Hoffer suddenly appeared from nowhere with 706. Well, now we got a bunch of box moves. I do not list what happened in the contest when, like, nothing much happened. Okay, nothing extraordinary happened. These are all obvious moves. Bishop e6, takes. And then, there's a lot of ways Eltaj could go, but he decided to do that. Nobody had that. No winners. Again, not really the best move. But then, Orkhan, the Orkhan man. He didn't exterminate this. He tried to hold on to the d-pawn. I guess he failed to realize that the d-pawn is gone. So, a better move here would be queen takes f6. Just jettison the pawn and try to batten down the hatches from there. It's still not pretty. Now, tires ain't pretty either, but this position's not pretty. So, Orkhan tried to delay his execution. Blaz put 100 crowns on that, got 194, took over the lead. So did Hector, Victor, and Benjamin. So they all got 194. And Blaz still in the lead, pretty good lead. Now, Sasha, talk me out of bishop c4 here. No, I'm sorry. You talked me out of bishop f3. I got sucked into bishop c4. Somebody talked me out of this. Maybe it was myself. Okay. The way to show Orkhan that he made a mistake, because either move, it doesn't matter. It's going to transpose. But I thought that's the more obvious. Hey, you can't take because your queen's hanging. Psychologically, I would want to play that just so we get this. And you have shown that, yeah, I can do what I want. It doesn't matter, though. Eltaj played bishop f3. It's the same deal. Unless you were dumb enough to take with a knight, and then rook takes f3, screws that up. So this was all going to happen. Nothing happened in the contest. Here comes the queen. Now, taking with a knight doesn't work because of the pin, rook d6. Knight takes, now rook d6. I don't know, but in my knowledge of the middle game, Monsieur is at Grandmasters. They put the rooks on open files as soon as possible. Rook ad1 was not hard to find. I could not believe I got 315 crowns out of that. Marian Tudorace also did that, and he took over the lead. Blaz put 25 on it. Wow. Victor Mago put 5 on it, as did Gacy. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So Marian took over the lead, 657. Blaz second, 1440. Nanad, 1146. And look who's right behind Nanad, betting 100 crowns a shot. That's me, 1129. Michael Hoffer and Matzi Leon, 901. And Orkhan, predictably, also put a rook on a file, double trouble. Eltaj said, I want to trade. Would you like to trade? Because getting the rooks off makes it easier to win this pawn ending. Now, since the pawn majority is on the king side, and the king's already there. It's not, cakewalk to win this endgame, but I've seen Eltaj do this very well. He did it the week before against Zivia Zoria in the Armageddon game, where he played the endgame like a virtuoso. So what are Black's options here? Well, king f7 just lets the rooks come off. That's no good. Knight d4. Well, maybe that's worth a shot. I don't know what white does here. Maybe king h1, king f7, knight e4, and then f3. I don't know, but it's a little harder to get the rooks off, but it's still bad. But Orkhan goes for activity, trying to make Eltaj defend the pawns on the queen side that really he doesn't have to defend if he gets his king to the center. So rook f, e1, obvious, rook open file, and now following up with rook e2 to stop the rook in the 7th stuff. And forces a rook trade. Getting a set of rooks off is good for Eltaj. He obviously can't play rook takes b2 yet. So king f7, and now the trade happens, and rook e2, as predicted. And now, Orkhan played a pretty good move. I almost went with this. I wish I had. I couldn't figure out where the rook was going to go. But the guy who had the guts to pick this move was Nenad's dad, Peter Rabula. Mad props to Peter. 5 crowns. He's the only guy that had it, so he got the whole pool of 740. Good job for your first contest. It's not the first or last. Well, it is the first time. It's not the last time. We're going to hear the name Peter Rabula in these contests. The guy is the king of the big crown moves, as is Orkhan Abdulov, Qadir Husseinov. Yeah, so rook d3. Huh. It's funny. I put this in here for the funny part. Yeah, let's go back. Nenad put rook takes rook in. His dad put rook d3. You should listen to your dad. I guess he didn't ask his permission, though. So, that put me ahead of Nenad. I think I chickened out on that move. Yeah, that's right. I couldn't decide. I was like trying to pick out a new hat. f3. Well, Sasha had that, as did Marian Tudorache. They both put 100 crowns on that. And got 273. Of course, he's playing that to give his king away to get to the center, right? Nenad had it too. 25 crowns again. Yeah, you're cheap, Nenad. And Michael Barone. So, Marian Tudorache. 2153. Knight d4. And now, rook f2. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. That surprised me. But not Victor Mago. Victor Mago put 25 crowns on rook f2 and got 479. And Gassi or Gacy or however you pronounce that, not that there's anything wrong with that, put 5 crowns on rook f2 and 196. So it's still Marian Tudorache with 2176. I'm not going to keep repeating all this stuff. What does Black do now? He's kind of in a bind. I mean, what's he going to do? Play h5 and drive the h-pawn? I don't know. Orkhan played b5. I'm not going to criticize that. Knight e4, pretty obvious. I put 100 crowns on it, as did Zashu Yi, Blaz Kosmac, and Benjamin Lin, and Sasha Starr, and we all got 135 crowns. So, the leaderboard now, Marian, 2161, Blaz, 1652, Sasha, 1572. He's ahead of me. My boss is ahead of me. I have to catch him. I got 1384, and Nenad is behind me because he's cheap. 1278. B4. Oh my God. I was trying to find the moves like Peter Rabula does, where you get the whole pool, but no. Look at Nenad's dad. He ain't cheap. 100 crowns on B4. He got 510. What did Nenad do? Nenad put 25 crowns on A5. Lost 25 crowns. I put 25 crowns on A6 and lost 25 crowns. Marian Tudorache, though, was also smart, as was Blaz Kosmac. They both put 25 on B4 and 128, but not like Peter Rabuli. Peter Rabuli is a real man. Mad props to you, my friend. I tip my cap to you. So, Marian's still in the lead. Blaz second, Sasha third. I'm catching up. And Lithuania and I went down in flames on that one. Rook d2. Well, obvious. Everybody had that. Obviously, Eltaj wants to get the rooks off the board and go win the endgame like he should. I went with king e6. Yeah, I put, what did I do? I put 25 crowns on it, I guess. Wow. Well, anyway, king e6 would have been, but no, what Orkhan is doing here, he's trying to get a swindle here. He's trying to get in knight c1. I didn't realize this right away, but as soon as he played the move, I did. You know, forcing the king to the center where it needs to be to win the endgame. Everybody knows that. Every Russian schoolchild knows that. Not every American schoolchild should, but they should. Yeah. And so knight c1. Everybody had that. But the thing is, this was the turning point of the game. Guys had plenty of time, although Orkhan was using his time like it was water. But Eltaj could have won the game here if he'd have kept a cool head. I hate aimless pawn moves. I tell my students, don't move a pawn move unless you're sure, because you can't take it back. And the thing is that just let the king into the center. Not like you're going to be able to stop him, though, so I can't blame Orkhan for trying to swindle. Eltaj, had he played king e3, then king e6, then knight b3, exclam, and let the a-pawn go, because the king is boss here, baby. What are you going to do? Bang, bang. And black is in 6-1. Everything's going to fall. This is what Eltaj should have done. Kind of surprised he didn't. But, you know, he's a human, right? And it is rapid. So Eltaj tried to save a pawn. Well, now, I didn't realize it, but there's probably no way for white to win. I don't know if Eltaj realized it either. He obviously didn't, or he wouldn't have played a3. But here we go. Knight d3 check. King in the center. Now it doesn't matter. Knight e1. Putting pressure on the g-pawn. Now, is Eltaj going to go back into defense? Now he wants to get active with his king. You know, he didn't do it before, but he does now, and it's too late, baby, like Carole King said. Too late, baby, now it's too late. Although Pavel Yanev put 100 crowns on that, as did Sasha Starr. They both got 185. What did that do to the contest? Well, Marion, 2294. Matzi, 1945. Blaz, 774. Sasha, 1702. And the lowly Michael Hoffer, 6th place, 1604. Orkhan took the pawn. And here, this was the deciding moment for the contest. Okay, the contest is a funny thing, because once you get a lead, you want the other side to resign so that you can get this thing over with. Sometimes it's harder to be in a lead than it is to be in second place. When you're in second place, you know you got to put 100 crowns on some outlandish move and hope you hit to pass the guy. But the guy in first place, he has to, should I go 5 crowns or should I go 100 crowns? Blaz was a real man here. Although he was in third, so that's why he was able to be a real man here. The guy who was in a tough spot was Marion Tudorosh. And I don't have the information on what he did here. But Blaz said, baby, I got to go for this. He put 100 crowns on knight b3 and got 800 crowns. Nenad, 25. It cost you, buddy. It cost you, my friend. 25 crowns, you only got 200. Oh, there I am. I put 100 crowns on king d5 because I thought kings belong in the center for the endgame. Silly me. So I lost 100 crowns. I was right there in good company with Matzi Leon, though. And Blaz now has 2604, Marion Tudorosh, 2224, and so on. King e7. Now Blaz just wants the contest to end. But he still was a man. 100 crowns on knight d4. He was correct. 178 crowns. Also joining him, Hector Arias, 100 crowns, 178. Nenad. He was cheap again. 25 crowns. He only got 44. So, Nenad, you aren't going to win the contest. In fact, none of us are going to be able to catch Blaz. Maybe. I put 100 crowns on a6 because I figured nobody else would. I got 188. I was kind of disappointed in the return, but It was better than nothing. So what did that do? Well, Matsi also did that, as did Pete Rabula, Dad put 100 crowns on it. Hector Arias and Victor Mago in Venezuela. They knew about that one too. Nava Star. She only put 5 crowns on it. She's an accountant though. So what do you want? She put 5 crowns on it. She won 9 crowns. Hope she's happy with that. Blaz put 25 on King D7. He only lost 25. Nenad, 25. So Blaz 27-47. Marian Tudorache 21-39. Matsi 1978. Ooh, look at this. I've creeped up into 4th. 17-37 ahead of Nenad. Cheap Nenad 16-86. Oh, look at this. Blaz is still rolling. He put 25 crowns on F4, got 10.55. Blaz has an insurmountable lead. Yuck. Knight H4. Oh my God, I lost my mind. I was doing the broadcast live on this, and I thought, oh my God, Orkhan just blew the win. Because it doesn't take a blind man with a king to see that in this position, man, G6 has got to be played to try to slow this guy down. I thought. And I was taught that knights in the rim are dim. I was taught that knights in the center cover 8 squares and knights on the edge of the board only cover 4. And I was taught that knights on the edge of the board can get trapped on the edge of the board. Actually, I thought this was a losing move. My apologies to the great Orkhan Abdulov, friend of mine, good guy, strong player. No, there's no way for white to win. I'm not strong enough in endgame to figure all this out. Because I sacrifice, I play dynamic lines. I don't deal with endgames very often. At least that's what I try to do. Sasha Starr now put 100 crowns on A4, as did I. And we both got 235 crowns. Blaz, Nenad, and Michael Baron, 25 on A4. They got 59, so now suddenly I'm in 4th place. Okay, King D6. This is not exciting. F5. Dude, why are you not playing G6? Because it doesn't matter, Mike. Game's a draw. It doesn't matter. Knight D2. The only thing that matters now is the contest. And Nenad Orkhan just goes back and forth in the night, and he can actually do that. Now, at the time, I thought this was the move that cost Eltaj the game. But I didn't recognize. What I was trying to do was find a way to get the knight redeployed here. I thought maybe knight E2 to F4 might generate something that black couldn't answer, but it, right away, G6. And here is the interesting thing. Well, what if he pushes past? We come over here, and what's going on? Well, Orkhan said he didn't know in the post-game interview. I sure as heck didn't know, but after I've had some time to look at this, I do know. White can't win. So again, Orkhan, I'm a dummy when it comes to the endgame. You're much stronger than I am in endgame. Yeah. So H3 wasn't as dumb as I thought. And Dad didn't think it was dumb. Again, only Peter Rabula. Put 100 crowns in H3. Dude got 660 crowns. I don't know what he's doing with the rest of his money, but he still wasn't on the leaderboard. He fixes that tomorrow, though, in the Titanic encounter where Orkhan will have white. And that video will be up very soon. This is the pre-climatic video of an exciting draw. So, plots 39.73, Nenad 18.84, and look at this! I'm 30 crowns behind cheap Nenad, creeping on him. Matsi 17.15 and Sasha 16.64. H6. Who had that? Booyah! Dad had it. Dad had that. Peter Rabula. I don't know, maybe Nenad didn't even put anything on anything. I put 100 crowns on it, as did Pavel Yanev and Peter Rabula. We got 191 crowns. Blaz, with a comfortable lead, only put 25, but he was right, as was Eddie Barber of Michigan, formerly of St. Petersburg, Florida, not St. Petersburg, Russia. So, lay of the landscape. Blaz has me doubled up practically. He's got 40.26, but I'm in second with 20.50. Nenad, 1864, Sasha, 1669, Matsi, 1620. Is there a chance for anybody to catch me? Of course there is. Is there a chance for us to catch Blaz? Well, It's looking dim now that this is almost over. Somebody'd have to do something crazy, wild and crazy, guys. Yeah. So knight c2. King c5, obvious. Blaz put 100 crowns on that. Blaz had everything right today. Matzi also. Oh, look, so did I. Yeah. Eddie in Michigan only had 25 crowns to put on it, along with Michael Barone. Oh, Nanad, quit being cheap. Yeah. So there we have it. Blaz 42.21. I've got 22.45. Nanad 18.95. Matzi, Hatsi Tatsi, I see a Matzi. Leon 18.15. And Marian Tudorache still in the weeds with 17.45. Now, do I care about second or third? No. No. This isn't about money anyway. It's about respect and admiration of your peers. I want to try to get Blaz if I can't, so I guess I'd rather be second than third, but whatever. Just trying to explain to you, when you're in this position, you got to take some chances. So King F4, trying to explain the contest, not bragging about myself. I've had a lot of experience and frustration with this as everyone. It's a lot of fun, though. So King G4, Matsuel put 100 crowns in that, along with Marian Tudorache. They got 214. Blaz, 25 because he's in the lead. Nanad, 25 because he's a cheapskate. And nothing's changed. So, this knight is trapped. Ah! No, he's got an escape to G2, or he can just take the pawn and draw this game. Of course, Orkhan did that. Why? Oh, what is this crazy? Because there's no way for white to prevail here. Because black's also going to have a pass pawn, and his is pretty fast. So king takes. I went to sleep on this one. Nanad actually stopped being cheap, but I guess a bunch of other people had this. 100 crowns on king g6. Nanad, Victor, Ektor, Pavel, they picked up 96 crowns. Oh, look. Oh, that's right. I remember what I did here. I put 100 crowns on knight d4 because I was trying to still steal the contest. So I was not afraid of losing second place. I'd rather try to get first. It's what you got to do. Gadir Husseinov, my good friend in Baku, would play this exactly the same way. So now Matzi got some ground on me. Blaz 4303, flying away from us like Secretariat. I got 2290, Matzi 2217, Nanad, it could have been so much better, 2096, and Marian Tudorache 2004, a very good year. King A4, kidding me? Dude, really? Well, a whole bunch of people put 100 crowns on that and got 45. Not me. Not me. I boldly risked 100 crowns on King B5. Dude, aren't we trying to, promote this pawn? So I figured the king might get out of the way, but no. So, I lost 100 crowns. And that decision of taking the risk dropped me behind Matze Leon. So, now I'm in third. King takes. King B3. These 50-50 moves with Eltaj, I get them wrong most of the time. I think I had that one right, though. A lot of people did. And now I figured, he's going to take the pawn. Yep. I put 100 crowns on that. Got 76. I'm back in second place. Great googly moogly. Ektor, Arias, Venezuela. Also, Pavel Yanev, Marian Tudorache, and Dad, Peter Rabola. Yeah, baby. We all got 76 crowns. So I'm back in second. But nobody cares. Yeah, we only really care who wins. And Blaz is the man. A5, what a novelty. What did I do here? Yeah. I didn't pick King G6. Because I didn't think it would pay much. But look. Only two people did. They got 432 crowns. Eddie Barber and Marian Tudorache. So, while Matzi and I had been fighting for second and third, Marian boldly gets 432 crowns and passes us. He's in the second now. So, Blaz 44.59. Marian Tudorache. Romania, now living in Italy, 27.65. I'm down to 23.74. At least I beat Nanad. So here we go. A4, knight C2, king B3. I took a last chance here of knight A1. Of course, Eltaj went the other way, and then king C4. And the contest and the match are over. Orkhan didn't resign. I'm sorry, they agreed to a draw here. And Blaz Kosmac won the contest, 46-85, 67 correct, 36 for white, only 31 for black. Marian Tudorache, an even split on his predictions. Me, I'm terrible at trying to guess what Eltaj is going to do. So I had 58 correct, 26 for white, 32 for black. So I hope this breakdown. Oh, look at Nanad. Nanad at 75 right. And finished 5th because he was cheap. So there you go. This might give you some insight as to how much fun the contest is. Oh, and there's a prize for the lowest. 0 correct. Ishmael Vidal. He lost 1980 crowns and got $10 for that. There are actually people who try to win that $10. So, our matches are Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, where we have 2 high-level players competing so that we can guess their moves. We also have a special event this Wednesday. We got Grandmaster Alex Lunderman playing Nanad Rabula. Two games. Wednesday. Choose your moves and win. 5:30. Tune in. See you there at chessstars.com. Thank you.